What's going on, guys? Today I'm bringing you a video where I'm basically going to break down the Fallout 4 gameplay that was shown at E3 a couple days ago. So without really getting off track too much, we're going to hop right into it, and I'm going to show you guys the trailer.
Ready to fuck some shit up?
Got a doll, baby, I love her so. Nothing else like her anywhere you go. A man, she's anything but calm. A regular pint size atom bomb. Atom bomb, baby, little atom bomb. I want her in my wigwam. She's just the way I want it to be. A million times hotter than TNT. Atom bomb, baby, loaded with power. A radioactive TV tower. A nuclear collision in the soul. Loves with the electronics and cold. Atom bomb, baby, little atom bomb. I want her in my wigwam. She's just the way I want her to be. A million times hotter than TNT. Atom bomb, baby, boy, she can start one of those chain reactions in my heart. A big explosion, big and loud, like a tree right up on a cloud. Atom bomb, baby, little atom bomb. I want her in my wigwam. She's just the way I want her to be. A million times hotter than TNT. Atom bomb, baby, sweet as a plum, carries more water than uranium. When she kisses, there's no hitch. 0 hours, she turns on the switch. Atom bomb, baby, little atom bomb. I want her in my wigwam. She's just the way I want it to be. A million times hotter than TNT. Atom bomb, baby, little atom bomb. I want her in my wigwam. She's just the way I want her to be. A million times hotter than TNT. Baby, little atom bomb.
It's good to be back.
Okay, guys, so that was the Fallout 4 gameplay that was shown at the Bethesda conference a couple days ago. There was a lot to take in, and I know there was a lot that could have easily been missed, so we're gonna hop right into it here. First image is just a couple of different things that you can dress up your character in. The first thing is kind of like, it looks like a raincoat, but with some kind of tattered ropes over top, and that can kind of be looked over, but there was something that they talked about during the conference that they said you can have layered armor in Fallout 4, which is something that's never been done in any Fallout before. So you can kind of have clothes on and then with armor on over top of that instead of having to wear armor as actual clothes. And that's really cool because you can kind of really manipulate what you look like, and instead of just having to wear an armor set, you can really change your appearance. And I think that's what this is showing off. Also, we see a lead pipe returning as a melee weapon. The second image is kind of a more heavy outfit, and we get to see the return of a laser pistol and the biker helmet. And then the third image is kind of a goofy one. We can see the character holding a super sledge, so we get to see the return of that. And he's also wearing women's clothing, so we're in Fallout 4, no matter what gender you play as, man or woman, even if you're a man, you can go out and dress in women's clothes. If you feel like getting fancy, pulling a little Caitlyn Jenner, you can go put your dress on and get your high heels. And then the fourth image is my personal favorite. It's a guy wearing like a pre-war suit, a teddy bear helmet, and of course he's holding a badass minigun, which looks really good. The detail on it is really nice, and it looks really, truthfully, scary. Like, I would not want to be on the other end of that thing. The next picture we're going to hop into is a new weapon that they showed off and they talked about. It is actually called a laser musket, and I'm not sure if it has infinite ammo, but to fire it, you just crank it and then you shoot. I'm not sure if maybe the longer you crank it, the more powerful it is. So maybe it might be some type of railgun, but is indeed called the laser musket. The next image is just another thing that I want to show you guys about layered armor. You guys can see the character is wearing his Vault 111 Vault suit, Vault jumpsuit, you could say. And then over top of that, he's got armor pieces. He's got like elbow pads. He's got a chest piece. So that's just another image showing you guys the whole layered armor and how that's going to work. The next image is of the teddy bear guy holding his minigun. And first of all, I'd like to show you guys in the top. You guys can see that there's a blood bug, which is a new creature in the Fallout universe. And also that there's a new VATS system. You can see at the bottom that there's a critical bar that builds up. And basically the way that works is the more times you use VATS, the more that increases. And then you can use a critical shot, and then it'll be obviously higher damage. And then the bar will go back down. And the more you use VATS, the more you build up your chances to get a critical hit. The next image is of a gun that I just wanted to show you guys, just because I want you to pay attention to what this gun looks like, what the model of it looks like, and how it looks, because later on it'll come up in the trailer, and it appears as pretty much a completely different gun, and I wanted you to keep your eyes on this gun and just pay attention for later on in the trailer, or the gameplay. The next image is of VATS, and obviously right now it's just a picture so you can't tell, but in the trailer it shows off that VATS isn't just kind of a thing you can use to pause time. VATS in Fallout 4, it only slows down time. Enemies are still coming towards you, it's very slow, unlike in other Fallouts where VATS completely pauses time like as long as you're in it. And then also in the top of the image, you guys can see that it also is going to show enemy levels, also their armor, and I'm going to guess that the lightning bolt is their power level, maybe like how much damage they can do to you. But the biggest thing I wanted to show you guys here is that VATS is not just something you can use to pause time and pick your where you want to shoot and take your time. Enemies are still going to be coming towards you in VATS and Fallout 4, so you're going to have to kind of hurry up or they're going to actually get to you. The next image is what I wanted to show you guys. Remember the image that I showed you earlier where I said, keep that gun image in your mind? Doesn't this gun look exactly like it? The same body, the same stock, the same top cover piece. The only differences are the magazine, it looks like there's a muzzle brake on it, and there's a scope. And if you guys did not see the crafting system, I made a video on that yesterday, and you guys can go ahead and check the link in the description for that, it'll be there. But basically, it looks like the same gun. So I'm not sure. Maybe you can modify the one gun and it can turn into an SMG. Or here where it's a sniper rifle and later on in the gameplay it ends up being a shotgun. But in the background you guys can see like this big Securitron thing fighting these, I'm assuming going to be raiders. And that's new because typically in Fallout, factions don't really fight each other, and if you show up, they'll both start fighting you. They kind of put aside their differences and start fighting you. So it's nice to see that you're not the main target. There will be other things fighting each other out in the wasteland, and they're not really going to pay much attention to you if you show up. But the main thing I wanted to show you guys was the gun that can be, I'm assuming, interchangeable between whatever you want it to be. The next image is of a guy getting headshot, and the only thing I really wanted to there's two things I wanted to focus about. One is that you can now hold your breath while you're sniping. As you guys can see in the bottom, it says press L3 to hold your breath. And also, there will now finally be hit markers in Fallout. Previously in Fallout, you couldn't really tell if you were hitting something or not, unless you saw like them get hit or blood come out or something. But now there's actually hit markers letting you know when you are going to be hitting people. The next image is you meleeing someone, which is nice because now if you want to get up close with someone and knock them out, you don't have to you don't have to pause, go to your Pip-Boy, switch your weapon to a melee weapon, and then run up and attack them with it. Now, even if you have a pistol in your hand, like the guy, like you do here, you can go up, pistol whip them, knock them out, do whatever, and then it's done. So that's nice that they added the feature of melee kills instead of just, having to switch to a melee weapon. You can do melee kills with your weapon. The next image is of a behemoth returning from Fallout 3, and basically he's just a really crazy strong super mutant, and he looks huge and terrifying. And that's pretty much the only thing I want to show in this image. And there's also a upgraded, what I'm assuming, plasma rifle, just to show you guys some more of what the crafting can do in this game and the upgrades you can make. The next image is of you absolutely hammering a raider boss in the face with a a baseball bat that's got barbed wire on it. And another image of just the layered armor. As you guys can see here, you've got like all this different leather armor all over your body that's layered on top of your Volt jumpsuit. But I also wanted to show that in this part of the gameplay, physics play a really big part, because when you smack this raider in the face with his baseball bat with barbed wire on it, he doesn't, just kind of drop to the ground like sometimes people do in Fallout. It's actually realistic. Like his head like swings over to the right and his body falls in that direction. Like momentum from the bat is actually taking him in that way. And there are some other clips in this gameplay that do the same, where it just shows you that they've really thought a lot about this game a lot, and even put, realistic momentum in physics into the game. Now, there are a couple things in this image. First thing is also just, this gun looks like a lot like the gun from before. It's got the same body, the same shape. So this one is the shotgun version. The first image was a submachine gun version, and then it turned into a sniper. So maybe that's all just the crafting thing, which is really cool if it is, but it might just be a different gun. And then you also see the Synth Assaulter name at the top, and this is actually a cyborg. This is the first real cyborg animatronic enemy that has been in Fallout. Even though there have been robots, this is one that's like a cyborg android that's based off a human. And it's really cool because this is more just physics. As you shoot him, body armor and animatronics and sparks go everywhere, and his body parts start falling off, and he kind of recoils when he gets shot, and it's really realistic, and it's just showing how much depth that they've really put into this game. The next image is of there's this big battle going on, and you're shooting people, and then you throw a grenade, and right after you throw a grenade, you immediately put your gun back out and start shooting people. So that's showing that it doesn't seem like a grenade is going to be a weapon of its own, where in past Fallouts, where if you wanted to use a grenade, you'd have to pull out your Pip-Boy, go select grenade, throw it, and then go back to your Pip-Boy, select whatever gun you wanted to use, and pull that back up and shoot it. In the gameplay, he throws a grenade and then just quickly pulls his gun back out. So maybe they redid the way they're doing grenades, and they're not making it a separate entire weapon. Maybe they're making it an equipment or something. But I like that a lot more, because it was always frustrating to use whenever you needed a grenade, to have to go into your Pip-Boy, pull one out, throw it, and then switch back to your gun. So that seems like it's going to come in pretty handy. The next image is of some rad scorpions, and it's just, showing off that rad scorpions, now that in the trailer or in the gameplay, they go underground and they dig up and they come up basically right behind you, and that just adds a new element to them. Whereas rad scorpions have always been kind of easy to kill in pretty much every Fallout game. And this one just shows that they kind of have a new element, and they've, I guess you could say, evolved, because this is 200 years after the nuclear explosion. And also, I just wanted to show you guys the setting, how different the settings and how open this world is. You can have areas that look like this, where it is just it looks like where the bombs went off. It looks right, because everything is just destroyed. Everything looks nasty. It looks radiation. And I just wanted to show you that to you guys, because it's crazy how open this world is and how big it is and how different they can have for settings. And also the rads in the bottom left, it's just showing you guys the new system of radiation that they have, and how rads are going to work. They're going to work the same way, but it's just showing you guys what it's going to look like when you start taking in rads. The next image is of you hopping into your power armor, and this is a first for Fallout 4, because in every other Fallout, basically, power armor was basically in your inventory, and you had to put each individual piece on, and now it's not obviously in your inventory. It's something that you have to personally get into as one whole thing. And I like it a lot more that way, because also they showed off in the I showed off in the building and crafting video, which once again, if you didn't see it, check the link in the description. You can customize your own power armor, and this just shows that it's a lot more. I don't want to say usable, obviously, but it's much more realistic. Instead of carrying this power armor like in your pocket, like it was in past Fallouts, you actually have to go and get into it realistically. Next image is when you're in this power armor. Obviously, there's a huge, scary Deathclaw, but I just want to show you guys the HUD, which looks really detailed. There's a lot of stuff going on. In the left, you can see like there's an armor suit that just shows the condition of your armor and how beat up each individual part is. On the far left, you see APs, which are action points, which determines how much you can actually do. Like, you know, what you'll see later on, you saw in the gameplay, you can fly, how much time you can fly, and just all that type of stuff. The next image is of what happens when you run into a Deathclaw without your power armor, and this also shows off death animations. And death animations are something that they've been done in Fallout, but not really like full blown. Like they've kind of been like VATS. You go into VATS with a melee weapon, and then there can kind of be like a death animation. But this time you actually get picked up by a Deathclaw, and he retracts his claws, and he just stabs you in the gut, and you're obviously gonna die. But that's just showing off death animations, and I'm assuming there's going to be death animations for creatures, and there's obviously some for you. The next image is of what looks to be some type of fighting arena, because this girl just won, and she's like getting up, yeah, yay, and there's a guy in the microphone in the background with the light on him. So I'm not sure if this is going to be some like fight club that's involved in the story. Maybe this girl is involved in the story. Or maybe this is just kind of like a side thing where you can come here and it can be like an arena fighting style to make some caps. I don't know, maybe. It might be both. But either way, I just wanted to show you that real quick. And the next image is of the blood bug that we saw earlier, where we never seen it before. And basically, it's a gigantic mosquito. And this is also another death animation. I'm not sure if it's a death animation, but this gigantic blood bug comes and stabs you in the chest with its gigantic, I don't know what it's called, needle thing that sucks up blood, and you push it off. And I'm not sure if maybe there was a way to get out of the Deathclaw animation. Maybe these are like kind of like animations that you can somehow get out of, but this is just another Deathclaw, or not another Deathclaw, but another death animation. And in the bottom left, you guys can see that as soon as this blood bug hits you, you get +1 rads. So that's just showing you guys another radiation thing on how radiation works. The next image is of a vertibird, and your character throws out a little smoke grenade flare thing, and this vertibird comes and actually picks you and your buddy, your dog, up, and you guys just start flying around, and you're in this minigun, and you can see everything. And I don't think this is the game's form of fast travel, because it's not really fast. And also in this next image, you guys will see that you can hit different buttons. You can hit Y to just jump out of the vertibird completely and say fuck it, which I would not advise. And then you can hit A to land. You can look at a spot and hit A, and the vertibird will actually go land there. So I don't think this is a form of fast travel, but I think it's definitely a form of travel. And it's one that seems extremely awesome. And, you know, you can just light things up on the ground. Like maybe you're mid-mission and you're surrounded by Deathclaws. Throw this thing out, vertibird come pick you up, you get in it, and then you're just flying around, you know, just lighting up Deathclaws. I think that's really, really badass, and it seems like something that would be really fun to do, but I don't quite think it's a form of fast travel. The next image is of your character is using this new weapon called a junk jet, and basically what it is, it's a rocket launcher, but for trash. As you guys can see on the left, it's just basically the character's trash or junk section of his inventory. He's got teddy bears, a toaster, toy alien, a typewriter, some vodka. And all you do is basically you just put it in the junk jet and it just shoots it. And the guy puts this teddy bear in it and he blows this dude's head off with a teddy bear. I think that's just like the definition of Fallout. It's just blowing people's heads up with teddy bears, and it really just shows the freedom that you have in this game and just how fun the game can truly be. The next image is of you shooting a Brotherhood initiate with a rocket, and this is the real proof that we've had that the Brotherhood of Steel is going to be in the game. When the announcement trailer came out a while ago, there was power armor, but they didn't have the Brotherhood of Steel markings on them, and they didn't have anything really showing that they belonged to the Brotherhood of Steel. It was just their power armor. And in this image, like I said, you see the Brotherhood Initiate, but also you see armor as you shoot this guy with a rocket. His armor is falling off, so it shows that armor can decompose while you're in battle. Instead of, in past Fallouts where you just shoot people and their armor will break and there'll be like a little broken shield up by their name, this is actually showing how their armor can decompose. And that's just another huge detail that they've added that just really makes the game realistic. The next image is when you're flying in your power suit, and it's just, when I saw that in the trailer, it was probably one of the last things I was expecting, but it's just fucking, it seems so fun, and I can't wait to do it and run around in my power suit. I don't know if it's going to be something you're going to be able to do all the time. I don't think so, because I might kind of ruin it, but it just seems like so much fun, and I can't wait to run around with that gigantic minigun in my power suit and just light shit up. And then the next image is, once again, another Brotherhood Initiate in a vertibird, and you shoot a rocket at it, and it blows up the vertibird. So this is just showing that people can also use vertibirds against you just the same way you can against them, but you can blow them up. I'm not sure, maybe they can shoot yours too. Maybe they can shoot at us while we're in our vertibird. I'm assuming they probably can, because it would make sense. But you can also blow up other people's vertibirds. And then the last image is one of the last shots in the gameplay, and it's just this city, and it looks like since the game is in Boston, it looks like Fenway Park over on the left, and there's this gigantic explosion, and if you see at the bottom left corner, there's a detonator, and I'm assuming this is a quest, if it's main story, or maybe if it's like a side quest, but you just blew some shit up. I don't know what you blew up. I don't know why you did it, but we'll have to wait till Fallout 4 comes out to figure that out. So, if you guys enjoyed this gameplay breakdown, feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed. If you didn't, all feedback is always welcome. And check out my other videos. Like I said, check out the Fallout crafting video that I made in the description. And thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for a lot of E3 content coming out soon. And I'll see you guys later.